Mastering Adult Learning Theories for Learning and Development Impact, Part 2. Welcome back, everyone. It's truly energizing to see your continued enthusiasm for the art and science of learning and development. In our previous session, we laid some critical groundwork, exploring the foundational principles of how adults learn through the lenses of andragogy, experiential learning, and transformational learning. We began to appreciate the unique landscape of adult learning and how to tailor our approaches to truly resonate with our audience. Today, we're taking our exploration even further. We're going to delve into a richer and more diverse set of learning theories, each offering a unique perspective and invaluable tools for crafting truly effective and engaging learning experiences as you embark on or deepen your careers in learning and development. Think of yourselves as aspiring master chefs. You've already grasped some essential culinary techniques. Now, we're going to explore specific ingredients and flavor combinations, in our case, different learning theories, that will allow you to create truly exceptional and memorable dishes. Impactful learning programs. We'll be uncovering theories that illuminate the inner workings of the learning mind, the power of social connection, the importance of personal growth, the ever-evolving role of technology, the beauty of structured instructional design, and the crucial element that fuels all learning: motivation. So, let's sharpen our minds and dive in. Our first stop today is cognitivism. This theory marked a significant shift in how we understand learning. Instead of solely focusing on observable behaviors, cognitivism shines a light on the internal mental processes that underpin learning. Think of the learner's brain as a dynamic computer, actively taking in information, organizing it, storing it, and retrieving it when needed. The core idea here is that learning is about what's happening inside the learner's mind. It emphasizes processes like attention, that initial spark of focus; perception, how we interpret information; memory, both the fleeting short-term and the more permanent long-term storage; encoding, how we get information in; retrieval, how we get it back out; and problem solving, how we apply what we know. For us in learning and development, understanding cognitivism means we must actively engage the learner's mind. This involves, before we introduce anything new, we need to tap into what our learners already know. Think of it as building a bridge from their existing knowledge to the new information. We can do this through quick quizzes, brainstorming sessions, or simply asking them to share relevant experiences. We need to organize our content logically and clearly. Think clear headings, concise summaries, and visual aids. This helps the brain process and store information more efficiently. We need to provide opportunities for learners to actively process the information. Don't just lecture. Encourage them to summarize in their own words, create concept maps, or explain ideas to a partner. This active engagement strengthens understanding and retention. Using analogies and metaphors can be incredibly powerful. It's like creating mental shortcuts, connecting new, unfamiliar concepts to things they already understand. And finally, we need to think about memory. Strategies like repetition, spaced practice, revisiting information at intervals, and even using mnemonic devices can significantly improve how well learners remember what they've learned. Next, we move to constructivism. This theory takes an even more active and learner-centered stance. It says that learners don't just passively receive information. They actively build their own understanding and create their own meaning through their experiences and their interactions with the world around them. Think of learning as building a house, brick by brick, with the learner as the architect and the builder. Their experiences are the raw materials, and their reflection and interpretation are the tools they use to construct their understanding. Key principles of constructivism that are crucial for us are that learning is an active process of construction, not passive reception. Real-world experiences are paramount. Think hands-on activities, simulations, and tackling real problems. Social interaction is vital. Collaboration, discussions, and sharing different perspectives enrich the learning process. There isn't always one right answer. Constructivism acknowledges that different learners might construct different, yet valid understandings based on their unique experiences. And learning is an ongoing journey of exploration and refinement. So, how do we apply this in learning and development? Design learning that involves real problem solving and case studies. Let them grapple with challenges and find their own solutions, with our guidance. Encourage experimentation. Create a safe space where learners feel comfortable trying things out and even making mistakes, because that's often where the deepest learning happens. Facilitate group projects and discussions. Encourage peer-to-peer learning and the sharing of diverse viewpoints. Act as guides and mentors, not just lecturers. Our role is to facilitate their construction of knowledge, offering support and prompting critical thinking. Always provide opportunities for reflection. Ask learners what they learned, how it connects to their experiences, and what they might do differently in the future. Our third theory is Albert Bandura's social learning theory. This is a fascinating bridge between simply reacting to stimuli and the complex inner workings of the mind. It highlights that we learn not only by doing, but also by watching others and seeing the consequences of their actions. Think about learning a new dance move. You might try it yourself, but you'll likely learn it much faster and more accurately by watching an experienced dancer demonstrate it first. Key aspects of social learning theory for us are that we learn by observing others. We call these people models. Effective models are often those we admire, who are knowledgeable, or who are similar to us. We pay attention to what the model does and what happens as a result. This is vicarious reinforcement. If we see someone being rewarded for a behavior, we're more likely to imitate it. If we see them being punished, we're less likely. However, it's not just about imitation. Our own mental processes, our attention, our ability to remember what we saw, our ability to physically reproduce the behavior, and our motivation all play a crucial role in whether we actually learn and adopt the observed behavior. And a key concept here is self-efficacy, our belief in our own ability to succeed. If we don't believe we can do something, we're less likely to even try to learn it. In learning and development, this means implementing strong mentorship and shadowing programs. Allow new hires to learn directly from experienced colleagues, using demonstrations and role-playing effectively. Show them what good performance looks like, highlighting success stories and positive outcomes. Make the benefits of learning clear and visible. Provide ample opportunities for practice and constructive feedback. This builds both skill and self-efficacy. Foster a collaborative environment where learners can observe and learn from each other's successes and even their mistakes. Moving to a more philosophical perspective, we encounter humanism. This theory places the individual learner at the very center of the learning process, emphasizing their personal growth, their emotional well-being, and their drive towards self-actualization, becoming the best version of themselves. Think of learning as a journey of personal development, guided by the learner's own aspirations and needs. Key principles of humanism that resonate with learning and development are that learner autonomy is paramount. Adults want to have a say in their learning. Self-direction is key. They are capable of taking responsibility for their own learning goals. Learning is about holistic personal growth, intellectual, emotional, and social. Intrinsic motivation, that inner drive, is far more powerful than external rewards, and a positive self-concept and belief in one's potential are crucial for success. How do we bring humanism into our learning and development practices? Offer self-paced learning options and resources. Give learners control over their learning journey. Provide opportunities for them to set their own learning goals. Align learning with their individual aspirations. Create a supportive and non-judgmental learning environment. Foster trust and open communication. Focus on the development of the whole person. Consider not just skills, but also attitudes and values. Act as facilitators who empower learners to take ownership of their development. Recognize and celebrate individual progress and achievements. In today's rapidly evolving, technology-driven world, connectivism offers a vital and contemporary perspective on learning. It recognizes the profound impact of digital resources, online networks, and the ability to connect and learn from a vast array of sources. Think of learning as building connections within a vast network of information and people. Key ideas in connectivism for us are that learning is about forming connections. between people, information, and resources. Digital tools and online platforms are integral to learning. Knowledge isn't just inside our heads, it's distributed across these networks. Lifelong learning and the ability to adapt are crucial, and knowing where to find information and how to evaluate it is just as important as knowing the information itself. So, in learning and development, how do we embrace connectivism? Create online communities and platforms for collaboration and knowledge sharing. Encourage the use of digital tools and resources for learning and research. Facilitate the curation and sharing of relevant information within the organization. Promote digital literacy skills and critical evaluation of online sources. Foster a culture of continuous learning and encourage the building of professional networks. Now let's shift gears slightly and look at a more structured approach. Gagne's conditions of learning. This theory provides a systematic blueprint for designing effective instruction by outlining 9 specific events that should occur during the learning process. Think of it as a well-tested recipe for instructional success. These 9 events are: gaining attention. Start with something that grabs their focus. Informing learners of the objective. Clearly state what they will be able to do. Stimulating recall of prior learning. Help them connect to what they already know. Presenting the stimulus material. Deliver the new content clearly. Providing learning guidance. Offer support and strategies. Eliciting performance. Give them opportunities to practice. Providing feedback. Offer specific guidance on their performance. Assessing performance. Evaluate their understanding. And enhancing retention and transfer. Help them remember and apply what they learned. For us in learning and development, applying Gagne's conditions means structuring our training programs thoughtfully, ensuring all 9 events are addressed. Starting strong with engaging activities, clearly communicating learning goals up front, actively connecting new information to prior knowledge, presenting content in a clear and organized way, incorporating interactive activities and examples, providing ample opportunities for practice and application, giving timely and constructive feedback, using appropriate assessment methods, and planning for follow-up activities to reinforce learning and facilitate transfer to the job. Finally, we arrive at a theory that focuses specifically on the crucial element of motivation, Keller's ARCS model. This practical framework provides strategies for designing learning experiences that capture and sustain learner engagement. RCS stands for attention. How do we grab and keep their interest? Relevance. How do we make the learning meaningful to them? Confidence. How do we build their belief in their ability to succeed? And satisfaction. How do we provide a sense of accomplishment? Think of ARCS as the fuel that powers the learning engine. In learning and development, applying the ARCS model means we need to gain attention. Use surprising elements, intriguing questions, or real-world scenarios. Establish relevance. Clearly connect the learning to their current roles, future goals, and personal interests. Use relatable examples. Build confidence. Set clear expectations, provide opportunities for early success, offer encouraging feedback, and break down complex tasks. And generate satisfaction. Provide opportunities for them to apply what they've learned, offer positive reinforcement and recognition, and ensure a sense of accomplishment upon completion. As we've explored this rich array of learning theories, remember that just like a skilled chef blends different ingredients and techniques to create a masterpiece, you too will learn to integrate these theories thoughtfully in your learning and development practice. There's no single best theory. The key is to understand each one and strategically apply the elements that best suit your audience, your subject matter, and your desired learning outcomes. By understanding these frameworks, you are building a powerful toolkit. You can strategically combine elements from cognitivism, constructivism, social learning, humanism, connectivism, Gagne's model, and Keller's ARCS to create blended learning experiences that cater to diverse needs and maximize impact. The field of learning and development is a dynamic and ever-evolving landscape. New technologies emerge, the workforce shifts, and our understanding of the human mind deepens. Your journey into learning and development is not a static destination, but a continuous process of learning, adapting, and innovating. By grasping these foundational learning theories, you are equipping yourselves with the critical thinking skills and the conceptual frameworks necessary to design truly effective, engaging, and personalized training programs that empower adult learners to thrive. Remember, learning and teaching are vibrant, interactive processes. Embrace these theories, experiment with their application, and remain curious and innovative in your approach. The recipe for excellence in adult education lies within your understanding and your skillful integration of these powerful principles. Thank you for your active engagement and your dedication to mastering the art and science of learning and development. Your journey is just beginning, and I am confident that you will make a significant impact in shaping the future of learning.